So for today's session, if you have a yoga strap, go ahead and grab that. If not, then we can just do arm circles instead. So if you have your yoga strap to hand, grab a hold of one end, wrap the hand around one end, and then find yourself with a wide grip position with the strap roughly in the hips. So we're just going to do 10 shoulder pass-throughs. If you're doing the arm rotations, just do 10 circles in both directions with the arms. So you're just inhaling to lift it up and back, taking it all the way back behind, tapping in front and tapping behind. As you do this, really focus on keeping those ribs drawn down. So don't flare the chest out like so. Try and keep those rib cages nice and locked down. So think about bringing those rib cages towards your pelvis. As you do a few of these, you might become a bit more mobile, in which case just take a twist or so in, challenge your mobility, work within your own movement range. Don't push yourself to the point that it's painful, but you should feel this kind of stretching into the shoulders, maybe into the chest. Maybe one or two more. And then we'll just simply drop that strap to one side. Release your hand from it. You can keep it there in case you need it later, and then we're going to come into our lateral side stretches. So we're going to inhale as we lift our right arm up, exhale as you reach all the way over to the left. Inhale back to center, switching over the arms, exhale, reach all the way over to the right. Inhale back to center. We're going to do 3 of these each side. As you come through that midline, think about lifting and lengthening, resetting. One more each side. And then take the arms out wide in a T-shaped position. We're going to wrap the arms now around the body as we twist to look behind. So just let the hands fall wherever they need to fall. Top of the shoulder, lower back roughly where your kidneys maybe be. And just do a couple of rotations in each direction, one more each way. And then come all the way back to center. Once you're in center, soften the knees, hinge at the hips, and we're going to inhale as we extend the hands up above the head first, lengthen through the crown of the spine, and then fold all the way down, hinging at the hips, drawing that chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, opposite hand to opposite elbow, taking that ragdoll variation of Uttanasana. You can stay still, you can swing from side to side, you can do whatever you need to do. Just take a few deep breaths, focus on getting into that lower back. So really think about softening the knees or bending the knees so that you can draw your tummy across the thighs and stretch out from the base of your spine into those glutes, those hips, those hamstrings. One more breath, all the way in. Exhale. And then release the hands to the floor. From here, we're going to come into 3 crouch curls. So inhale, lift the heels off the floor, chest to thighs, nose to knees, finding that curled up crouched position. And then as you exhale, push up and back into that Uttanasana. Spend a bit of time there just opening up those hamstrings. Inhale to come back down to that crouch curl position. We're going to do 3 of these in total. Exhale, push up and back, Uttanasana. One more. Inhale, come into that crouch curl position. Exhale, push up and back. And then from here, inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana. Exhale, release the arms, take them behind you, interlace the fingers, clasp the hands together, pull the hands back and down. So you're opening up that chest, pulling your shoulders back. When you're ready, take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards into your forward fold, pulling the hands up towards the ceiling, away from the spine. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release those hands and come down onto your hands and knees. So from here, we're just going to do 5 kneeling spinal rolls. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Maybe just take the hands slightly further forward then from that shoulder point. And we're going to think about hitting kind of the back of an extended child's pose almost, but not quite as low. And then rolling forwards, planching over the fingertips, and then dropping the spine towards the floor, looking up, and then pushing back again. So think about rolling through that spine, dropping the hips, and then pushing back, almost to extended child's. Really think about rounding through that upper back, opening up that chest as you come forwards, dropping the hips towards the floor. You're inhaling to roll forwards, exhaling to sit back into that extended child's pose. The last one. And then come back into your neutral position. Taking the hands slightly further forwards again to those top two corners. We're going to tuck the toes and press up into your down facing dog. So think about spreading the fingers, gripping them out with your hands, pressing the crown of the head through the arms, opening up the chest and pulling those shoulder blades apart. So soften the knees to begin with. Really focus on creating that nice broad upper back. You could take a few pulses, pressing the crown of the head toward the floor as you think about extending the spine or the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Finding that length, opening up the chest, the shoulders, the thoracic spine. And then when you're ready, you can start to extend the legs, alternating from side to side as you pedal the feet, walking that dog, pushing the heels towards the floor. Gently opening up those calves, those hips, those hamstrings. Take a few deep breaths. If you need to go back to the shoulders and do a few more pulses because that's where you need it today, then feel free. Listen to your body. A couple more breaths. And then come back to neutral with the feet. Inhale, find that length in the spine again. Exhale, push the heels towards the floor. Take a nice deep breath in now as you take the right foot outside of the right hand, dropping the back knee to the floor, reaching the heart forwards. We're in a low lizard lunge. You can send that knee out to the side, keep those toes glued to the floor, reach the heart forwards. Eye gaze is always forwards, never down. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and then we're going to inhale as we lift and twist with that right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take that elbow to the floor if you can, or just reach as far as you can go. So we're going to inhale to lift and twist. Exhale, elbow to the floor. We're going to do 5 of these in total. Inhale to lift and twist. Exhale, elbow to the floor. 2 more. Inhale, lift and twist. Exhale, elbow. Last one. Inhale to lift and twist. Exhale, elbow to the floor. Replace the hands by the foot and then lift the back knee off the floor. Step back to down facing dog as you exhale. Maybe just take a moment or two to pedal out the feet again. Open up those calves, those hips, those hamstrings. And if you want to, take a few pulses through those shoulders. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side. So this time, left foot comes outside of the left hand. Dropping the back right knee to the floor, reaching the heart forward. Send that knee out to the side. Find that stretch in the groin and the hip flexor. And then when you're ready, we're going to do those lift and twists with the hands. So inhale to lift and twist, left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbow to the floor. Inhale to lift and twist. We've got 5 of these in total, so in your own time, with your own breath. Last one. And then replace the hand, step back to your down facing dog position, pedal out the feet, and then slowly come down into a seated position. So finding yourselves on your knees, coming down into that seated position on your mats. So from here, we're going to take the right leg out straight, and then the left leg is going, or out wide, sorry, and then the left sole of the foot is going to go onto the inside of the right thigh. So we're going to come into half head to knee pose, but then take it through into a rock star, or I call it a half kneeling back bend. So think about inhaling, so finding both sit bones to the floor, finding that nice neutral position in this pose. Inhaling to lift and lengthen, exhaling to reach forwards, folding the body over that leg, keeping that foot flexed back towards you. Then from here, we're going to inhale as we windmill the arms up and over. Left hand goes up behind, right hand reaches up to the sky, leading the hips upwards too, and then reaching back and over into that rock star position. Take a moment there to feel the stretch. Exhale, come all the way back down and fold into your half head to knee pose. So we're going to do 5 of these each side. So inhale to lift, into rock star. Exhale, to windmill back, down and fold into half head to knee pose. That's 2. So 3 more in your own time. They don't have to be fast. You can take your time. One more to go. Just go to wherever your mobility allows, and then inhale as you come back up to center and switch sides. So left leg goes out long this time. Right sole of the foot comes into the inner left thigh. Left foot flexes back towards the body, and then we're going to inhale as we lift and lengthen, exhale to fold into half head to knee pose. So again from here we're going to do those 5 limbering movements or transitions into rock start. So windmilling the arms up and back, right hand goes behind you on the floor, lead with the left arm up as you lift the hips towards the ceiling too, exhale as you reach back, rock star on the other side. Exhale, release yourself to the floor, windmill all the way back over, half head to knee pose, and then you've got 4 more to go. So moving with your own breath, in your own time, just opening up that front body, and then folding and stretching the back body too. That's 3, 2 more to go. So again, just moving, just gently with purpose, feeling the body in each position before you transition back again. Last one. Come all the way back to center. Take the hands back to the front 2 corners of the mat. Step back to your down facing dog. And then just take a moment there to reset, and we'll take a body flow. So we're going to inhale as we roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. Sorry, not down facing dog, extended child's pose. What am I on about? Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then come up onto your hands and knees, tuck the toes, step, push back into your down facing dog now. And then from here we're going to inhale as we lift that right leg up high to the sky. Bend at the knee, open up that hip, play with that rotation, and then we're going to swing that leg through, plant it between the hands, coming into a low lunge. So dropping that back knee to the floor. Remember with these lunges you can find a steadier stance by going slightly wider with your foot and knee positioning. Reach the heart forwards, open up that hip flexor. Take a nice deep breath in, roll those shoulders back and down. Exhale, sink deeper into that hip. From here we're going to limber this pose into half splits. So we're going to pull back, straightening the front leg, flexing the toes towards us, and then reaching our nose towards our toes. Back leg is stacked, back hip is stacked above the back knee 90 degrees. Don't pull all the way back, try and think about pulling back and up into the hips. So pull yourself away from the mat, even use your hands. That way you'll get more of a stretch. So we're going to limber this 5 times. So that's number 1. We're going to inhale as we go through into lunge, and then exhale as we pull back to half splits. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale to lunge. Last one, exhale, half splits. Come all the way back through to that lunge position, step back to down facing dog, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So left leg goes high to the sky this time, bend at the knee, open up that hip flexor, play with it, and then when you're ready, swing that leg through, plant it between the hands, and open up that hip flexor into lunge as you drop that back knee to the floor. So we're reaching that heart forwards, rolling those shoulders back and down, eye gaze forwards. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. And then as you exhale, pull back into that half splits position. So finding that stacked hip above that knee, flexing the toes back towards you and reaching nose towards toes. Pulling the hips back and up, not back and down. So back and up. When you're ready, we're going to limber this 4 more times. So inhale through to lunge. Exhale, half splits. And you can move with your own breath in your own time now. That's 3, 2, 1. And then come all the way back to your down facing dog position. Pedal the feet and we'll take another body flow. So inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra. And then exhale as you push back and find yourself in a kneeling position. So from here, we're going to take our hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're just going to do 3 cat-cows. So inhale as you dip the stomach towards the floor, squeeze those shoulder blades together and look up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you round through the spine, pulling the shoulder blades apart and sucking the navel back and up. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Really feel that end position. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. And then after that last one, just take the hands slightly further forwards, tuck the toes, press back into your down facing dog. And we're going to come into pigeon pose. So inhale, take the right leg high to the sky, bend at the knee, play with that hip twist again, or scorpion pose. Open up that hip flexor, and then when you're ready, bring that knee as you exhale through to the front right corner of the mat, finding yourself in that nice level hip position. So if you need to, you can use a block or a cushion underneath that sit bone. Try and have your hips level to the ground. Try not to roll over onto that right sit bone. Set yourself up. Think about rolling that left hip bone toward the floor. If this is where you need to work and your hip flexors are pretty tight, then feel free to just stay here, pressing into the ground, maybe just bouncing up and down, wiggling around, playing with that range of movement, playing with the stretch and the tension. If you want to take it further, you can just walk the hands further forwards, going into the glute now with the stretch, reaching the body forwards over that leg and coming down into sleeping pigeon. Take 3 deep breaths wherever you're at. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly walk the hands all the way back up and under you if you haven't already. And then tuck the toes, step back to down facing dog. And we're going to repeat on the other side. So if you want to take a moment to just pedal up the feet, you can. And then that left leg is going to go high to the sky, 3 legs down facing dog. Bend at the knee, open up that hip again. Play with that range of motion. And then bring that knee through to the left corner of the front of the mat, and then slide that right leg back. So again, finding that nice level hip position. Set yourself up, use that block or pillow if you need to. And again, if you're feeling particularly tight in this hip flexor, spend a bit of time there wiggling around, opening it up, playing with it, rocking back and forth. If you want to just move that stretch now into the glute, simply walk the hands all the way forwards as you exhale, drawing the body over that leg, melting the head towards the floor, and then just taking 3 deep breaths wherever you're at. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way up. Taking the hands back underneath you, tuck the toes, press back to your down facing dog. Pedal out the feet. And then we're just going to come onto our hands and knees, sitting back into extended child's pose. Forehead to the floor. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Feel that expansion across the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades separate. Take another deep breath all the way in again. And this time as you exhale, walk the hands all the way over toward the left. Feel that stretch in the right side body. Take 2 deep breaths. When you've taken those 2 deep breaths, on the next inhale, walk the hands all the way back to center. And then as you exhale, walk them all the way over to the right. Feel the stretch in the left side body. Take 2 more deep breaths. Slowly walk those hands all the way back to center again, and then come up onto the hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're just going to take thread the needle pose. So option to keep this as a static hold. We're going to take the left hand all the way underneath, bringing that left shoulder to the floor and looking out underneath the right armpit. If you just want to stay here and hold for 3 deep breaths, you can, or alternatively, you can inhale to lift and twist, reaching the hand up and back towards the sky, and then threading it as you exhale again through the arm, finding that bottom position. So pick whichever variation you need for your body today. Last deep breath or last twist all the way in. Exhale. And then come all the way back up to that neutral, hands under shoulders, knees under hips position. We're going to switch to the other side. So right hand now goes through and under, out towards the left. Right shoulder towards the floor, look out under the left armpit. Option to hold for 3 deep breaths, or option to twist 3 times. So reach that hand up and back as you inhale. Exhale as you thread. Inhale to lift and twist. Exhale to thread. Come all the way back to that neutral position. Sit back into your hero pose, taking the knees, so you can either sit back onto your heels, or you can take the feet out wide and slide the bum down in between that gap between your feet. So you should be feeling a little bit of a stretch across the quads. We're going to take the right hand up, the left hand goes out to the side, and then you're going to reach back. See if you can tap the fingers, and then take them out to the side and switch ways, tap the fingers again. We're just going to do 3 rotations on each side. And then this time as you reach up and back, see if you can interlace those fingers and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Take the arms out wide again, switch sides, and see if you can do the same on the other side. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Slowly come out of that hero pose. Take your feet around and out in front of you, finding yourself in a seated position with the legs straight out in front of you. We're going to take a nice deep breath in as we lift through the spine, extend through the spine and the crown of the head. Exhale as you reach forwards, bringing your chest towards your thighs, nose towards your toes. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling to find length, exhaling to fold deeper. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, fold deeper still. And then inhale as you come all the way up. You're going to slide your bum down now towards your heels, come on towards your back, and you're going to keep the left leg extended and lift the right knee up at a 90-degree angle. With the left hand, draw that right knee across the body and out to the side. And with the right hand, you're going to reach down now as you bend that left knee to bring the foot up towards the glute. Try and keep the shoulders glued to the floor. Try and take the eye gaze over in the opposite direction. So the head should twist towards the right. The top leg should go towards the left. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release yourself. Bring yourself all the way back to center. And take the right leg out long now. Left knee comes up. And you're taking that right hand across the outside of the left knee, drawing the knee across the body towards the right, and then twisting the head to look toward the left. Keeping those shoulders glued, reach down for that right foot with the left hand. And once you're in that pretzel position, you're just going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Inhale to bring the knees all the way back to the chest. Hug them in tight. Rock from side to side. Massage that lower back. in your Apanasana pose for just a moment or two. Enjoy that sensation. You might even want to drop the toes toward the floor, take the hands out wide and just drop the knees from side to side for a couple of window wipers. Just to finish, releasing off that lower back, the hips, the glutes. One more each side. Gently bring the knees back towards the chest. And then whenever you're ready, just roll over onto the right side of your body and come all the way up to seated, finding yourself in the center of your mat. We'll just take one final deep inhale as we lift the hands up above the head, palms together at the top. And as we exhale, bringing the hands to the forehead, kind thoughts. To the lips, kind words. To the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.